Oh my god.
Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture. In this episode, we are summarizing the third episode from Season 3 of the Sopranos series titled Fortunate Son. The episode first aired on March 11th, 2001. Christopher gets a call to be initiated as a made man. At the ceremony, Tony Soprano is ready to swear him into the family when Christopher spots a raven at the window. Christopher knows this is a bad omen and a symbol of bad luck, especially at such an important event in his life. Tony chooses to celebrate Christopher being made at Nuevo Vesuvios. We see Paulie gives Chris his sports book as a gift for being made. The only stipulation is that Chris pay Paulie a portion of the profits weekly. Chris later comes to find out that Paulie's sports book doesn't really generate that much money and that it may have been a setup. Chris is unable to pay Paulie his cut, and Paulie tells Chris that this is unacceptable and he will be charging Chris a late fee for not having the full payment on time. Jackie Aprile Jr. is seen being disrespectful toward the Soprano residents by leaving dinner early. As a result, Carmela sets up a sit-down between Tony and him. Jackie Jr. feels like it was Tony who had his uncle, Richie Aprile, killed. Tony insists that his uncle became an FBI informant and is now in a witness protection program. Jackie argues that this is impossible, and Tony insists that it is the truth. Tony also tells Jackie Jr. to stay away from the life of crime that he is involved in. Tony says that he also wouldn't want that life for his own son either, and reminds him that his own father did not want him in it as well. Tony goes as far as telling Christopher not to allow Jackie into their criminal activities. We later see that Christopher grows desperate as he cannot come up with the money to pay Paulie back. This leads Christopher to agree to rob a benefit concert with the help of Jackie Jr. at Rutgers University. Chris plans the heist and uses Jackie as the driver for the getaway. Afterward, Chris pays back the portion he owed to Paulie from his sports book. Paulie ends by telling Christopher that he should really rest up and mentions how worn out he looks. Paulie then kicks up the tribute he has to pay to Tony and tells Tony that Christopher was working with Jackie. This infuriates Tony as he specifically told Chris not to involve Jackie in their business. Tony calls Christopher to scold him, but Christopher does not pick up the phone when Tony calls. Remember, I am summarizing the entire series, so subscribe and click on the notification bell to be reminded when I upload the next episode. I will be reviewing other TV shows and movies as well, so let me know what your favorite TV show and movie is so I can summarize it in the future. Doing these two things helps my channel out tremendously. I thank you for your support. Later on, when Tony goes to his appointment with Dr. Melfi, she recommends he goes to see a behavior therapist to address his constant faintings. Dr. Melfi gets very upset when Tony takes a phone call in the middle of their session. Tony explains how Janice has stolen Svetlana's prosthetic leg because she will not return a record collection Livia gave to her before passing away. Tony tells Melfi of the first time he remembers having a panic attack. Tony says it first happened after he saw his parents cooking a roast in the kitchen. Later that day, he witnessed his father attack a man who owed him money and how he viciously cut off the man's finger for not paying him on time. Dr. Melfi notices that most of Tony's panic attacks happen when he is around meat. Tony says this must be a coincidence. AJ starts playing football at his school, and Tony is proud of him for the first time in a while. After AJ catches a fumble during a game, Tony pushes AJ to focus his attention on football. Meadow, on the other hand, is still not talking to Tony for what he said to Noah, her friend from Columbia. When the family goes to Columbia University, AJ grows intimidated and confesses that he does not want to go to college after all. During football practice, AJ is promoted to defensive captain and receives a lot of praise, and this causes AJ to pass out like Tony does. That was episode 29, titled Fortunate Son. To watch the next or previous episode summary, click on the link in the description or at the end of this video. If you enjoyed the summary, consider clicking like, as it goes a long way toward helping me to grow this channel. I'll see you on the next one.
We had a very good week this week, boss.
We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.